these agency heads are experts in their own field, and we'll definitely have to look at. One of the things yesterday when I was taking briefing from some of the security heads were that, for example, when the regulation says you should stay in a place at least 4 years, people assume as if it is at most 4 years. So when the thing says at least 4 years, it means that it can go beyond 4 years. But others assume because the regulation says at least 4 years, the moment it is 4 years, you must mechanically be moved to the next level. And yesterday when I was looking at some of the agencies, their own organogram and the kind of vacancies that they have, you could see that, yes, there are some places where people need to fill. But one of the things that I also heard, which I will look into real details, is that almost everyone, especially the Ghana police, almost everyone that needed to be promoted had been promoted. I will look into it because where I sit now, I'm a designate and I don't have all the full facts, but it is a lot of concern that I've also heard, and I think it is worth looking into. One thing I can assure you, my colleague, is that I believe that we need to codify the processes, document them. I mean, I've worked largely in the private sector. You know that annually you'll be reviewed, you'll be assessed, and the assessment will be shown to you yourself. You agree with some you have the opportunity to question some, and at the end of the day, it will be filed. So the way sometimes our security services, I don't know how we'll be able to do it, but like I said, because they are experts, we can learn from other jurisdictions how they do it. The way it is mechanical, some go to sleep, others are breaking their back to help the system, and then everybody just wake up, oh, it is time for promotion, then we'll all get promoted. I don't think that itself encourages people to give in their best. So we'll look at how to do it in a way that it doesn't demotivate the men and women, but also make sure that it is based on merit and not just give away, because they say at least 4 years. Yes, because if it is on merit, someone could do 2 years and get promotion because of some specific thing, but you need to document those processes so everybody knows that we all know, if I'm able to do 4 terms in Parliament, this is how it can happen. If I'm able to do A, B, C, D, this is the benefit that I can get. I'm sure when we are able to put all those things on paper and it is known and people are educated very well on it, when those promotions are happening, I'm sure people will be largely satisfied. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I would like to
follow up on the last question.
Yes, just a little advice. Yes, just a follow up.
A follow up.
Yes. Very
on the promotion of the officers.
Very brief. Yes, sir. I would like to avert the mind of the nominee to the police service policy. A policy to the effect that officers, I stand for correction though, because I can see a lot of police officers here. Officers do not stay or remain at one post or unit for more than 5 years. I believe that the honorable nominee, when he assumes office, I believe he would. He said he's not a master, but I believe that he's a master in his own right. I believe that when he assumes office, he must have this policy to ensure that officers, if it is time for them to be transferred, they move so that others can also grow. Mr. Chairman, with this, I once again like to congratulate my friend for his nomination. I have confidence and trust that he will do that which is right for this country. He is a man, what you see is what you get. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, your response to.
Well, Chair, what I will simply say is that, for example, because he's mentioned the police, there are 3 tiers of 3 groups within the police service. And as you may know from article 200 all the way to 205, where it talks about the Ghana Police Service, it is the president that has the sole prerogative to promote individuals from ACP upwards. That's Assistant Commissioner of Police upwards. Then you have from, I think, superintendent up to the ACP2 can be done only by the police council. Then you have from the recruits all the way to chief inspector, that one is done by the police administration. So because of these 3 tiers, some largely are not in the hands of the senior men. But like you rightly said, these are things that is worth looking into. And I can assure you, my honorable colleague, I will ensure that fairness and equity is done. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you so much. I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Dominic Nitiwul.
Welcome back to Parliament. Yes, but welcome back to Parliament. I'm not in Aba. The chiefs will charge me. My honorable friend, Honorable Muntaka, the nominee, I've known you in Parliament here over the last 16 years. I worked with you in opposition for 8 years. I also worked with you in government for 8 years. Hopefully, once God gives us life, we'll work together for another 4 years. You in government, me in opposition. Then after that, we'll exchange rules again. But let me congratulate you, sincerely. And I'm very happy for you. There are reasons why I'm happy for you. You know them. So I'll congratulate you sincerely. I'm going to ask you public interest questions. Just simple public interest questions. Honorable, my first question is about professionalism of the 10 agencies under your ministry, all of them. I want to find out from you and to say that whilst asking this question, particularly the Ghana police, in ranking them over the period, I would say in West Africa, over the last 8 or even 10 years, if they are not the best, then they will be the second across West Africa. It's clear. People who come here, go to other countries, they would rank our police and others, immigration. If they are not the best, they'll be the second best. But there's still more room for improvement. We don't just want them to be the best in West Africa or Africa, but the world. So there are still concerns that citizens have that I believe I want to put to you and find out how you would address those citizens. The current Inspector General of Police and his team, the POMAC group, went and visited drivers, visited other people. In 2021, they took over to interact with them because of those same concerns. How are you going to ensure that motorists are not stopped on the way and harassed by agencies under your jurisdiction or your ministry, either on the road, in their houses, or any other place? Also, the few ones who will stop people and pick something from them, money in particular, how do you intend to ensure that we eradicate that in forever? It should not be part of it. That's the professionalism I'm talking about. Added to that, it's still part of professionalism, so it's one question. Added to that, how do you intend to ensure that agencies that work under your ministry, when it comes to land issues, only act lawfully, but not because somebody has the might or somebody has the stature in society? These two things, they are all around professionalism, and they are public interest things. People suffer a lot in this country because of these two things. Motorists, people get beaten on the roadside. I have serious examples that maybe later I will discuss with you. But I want you to tell the public how you will address these issues so that by the time you leave office, these issues are not there anymore.
He knows what he's talking about. Yes, I agree with you. You and I have been in Pan-African Parliament, so we travel across the continent. And sometimes when you get to some other countries and you look at their police, you then begin to appreciate what you have, despite the challenges that continue to confront us. I agree with you. Fortunately, in the handing over the transition document, it shows that we've started using body cameras. at the police. 800 is in their hand, and about 30,800 is being procured. And according to the fact that I saw, it says that the procurement process is complete. One of the things that I would do through the police council, remember, I'll just be a member of the police council, where truly with these experts will put and fashion how to safeguard all of us. We'll ensure that if you are a police officer that you have to step out, then you have to have your body camera on. So that it takes away all the ambiguity and the troubles. Because when you put the body camera on, everywhere you are being recorded, not only you and your environs. So that if you are on the road extorting money, it will show. If you are brutalizing others, it will show. Whatever other thing that you are doing, the body camera will record and it will show what you are doing. So I believe that the hierarchy of almost all the agencies are also concerned when they hear some of these complaints, and they've been making frantic efforts to make sure that it goes down to the barest minimum. And we must also admit, in the what you call some time now, you don't see much of this harassment on the road, but you still see packets of it. We must do everything to make sure that they remain professional, and the only way to take this ambiguity, in my view, Honorable Chair, is to have the body camera on, and then insist and make sure that everybody adheres to it. Secondly, with regards to the land issue, all of us have been victims. I've had an incident of where you legitimately acquire a land, and then you are called that, some guys have come on, and then you call the police. The police that you call are on their way to the place. You get there, and another person have called the police, also called police, and both are coming from the same station. And I was wondering, how did this happen? That I will call from one station, police move. The same station, another person calls, they move, and they came and met there, two vehicles, and they were all from the same station. I said, okay, then let us all go to the station. And yet, me, who have legitimately acquired mine, I'm holding my document. The other person who called the others, he is not there, but he was able to call the police to come. And then you go to the police, now they realize it is you. Who is the other person who called you? Oh, no, that one, you see, I cannot divulge that to you. I said, what is that? And then, so what you are saying is a legitimate thing. And you've seen people lose their legitimate land. And I mean, with this land, I believe that, Mr. Chair, I know when the Minister for Lands, the nominee for lands comes here, we may have to fast track the proper documentation of all the lands in the country, because they are detailized. I can tell you, and I'm sure Chair is aware of this, where someone, in trying to beat the system, went and backdated the document and said that he bought the very land that I said I bought in 1995, but he paid the monies in Ghana cedis. When in 1995, we didn't have Ghana cedis. And that's how the person got caught. Because he said he paid it in Ghana cedis. And in 1999, there was no Ghana cedis. So you see these things are really happening. But like you rightly said, with professionalism, these are experts. I would demand that the professionalism, that the standard that they've set for themselves, they should hold themselves to it. And I can assure you, honorable colleague, that I know it's not going to be easy, because that will require a change of attitude, change of behavior, and mindset. But we'll dare and make effort to get them to be professional. And I'm sure once they are professional, most of these things, even if they don't fizzle away, you will have very minimum of it. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Any further questions?
Yes, just one.